What up there, peoples? I am back. We are here. Um, we are here to review, or I am, sorry. I am here to review Godzilla vs. Kong finally. This film came out last week, but I just wanted to get my other videos out. And I needed to watch it one more time. So, this film was supposed to, I think this film was supposed to come out like last year, and then it got delayed. So they kept kind of pushing it off, but then it got delayed to this year. And then it got put on HBO Max. Both times I watched it on HBO Max. I will eventually try to see this in theaters. But Godzilla vs. Kong, and to me, Godzilla movies, I've been kind of been saying this in a lot of people's chats. I grade them like I grade Friday the 13th. I'm not expecting some great story. Just give me good carnage for 2 hours, or in this film's case, an hour 53 minutes, and then I'm good. So I think in that area it delivered. I can agree with some criticisms. Like, I'll agree with Millie Bobby Brown. You could kind of cut her character out. You could have just had it be her dad, and then maybe you see her sometimes, but it should have been more her dad. Her dad, and then having to maybe go to the crazy guy. I think that would have been better instead of the him and the kids. It was a little cheesy, but whatever. I can ignore it, but I get people's issue with it. So I love this film. I thought it was kick ass. I'm Team Godzilla. I thought they did a good job of like balancing it out, like giving Godzilla a win, giving Kong a win, and then obviously kind of having like that BVS moment where Godzilla, even though Godzilla theoretically won the movie, I would say he won overall, but then he saw that Kong would not stop, which I don't want to get to. So I love the intro of this film with the stats, and kind of it ties all the movies in, bringing in the Mutos and King Ghidorah and all the monsters. Godzilla's defeated, all the monsters. Kong's defeated. I really like that. I thought the intro was fucking badass. Um, fucking, and then so we're learning. So I guess I didn't know, but this is 5 years after the events of King of the Monsters, and Kong's been living in some dome, and it's also shown that Kong is basically the last native girl, is kind of like um, the key to Kong, and then so we learn that Kong is learning sign language, and we meet this character Bernie, who if you remember him, if you've seen the Child's Play remake, it's played by that dude. He's been in a few movies now. Um, this is a character a lot of people didn't mind, got annoyed with. I was okay with his character. I just think you could cut Millie out. So he's suspecting Apex is hiding something. So Godzilla all of a sudden attacks, and from this beginning it makes Godzilla look bad. So he attacks the facility. The one thing I do love about this movie too is it does show you that Godzilla is killed. He kills some motherfuckers. Like, he blows up a building with people in it. So Godzilla attacks the Apex building with everybody watching. We're reintroduced to Millie's character. So they want to investigate the Godzilla attack. So we're introduced to the CEO, who's basically the bad guy of the movie. It's not even like hidden. You could tell he's the bad guy. So we're introduced to this guy. He recruits Nathan, who suspects about the Hollow Earth, and basically he offers, like, we're gonna use these specialized crafts to use the Hollow Earth to find us, because they want to find a source to fuel. I'm just gonna say it, Mecha Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla, which I will get to, was fucking badass. So they want a certain source to do that. So Nathan meets with Eileen, who's the girl, and then the native girl, and basically enlists them to help him. They were kind of skeptical, but then they agree. So they basically take him out, and this is where we see a lot of. We're also introduced to Walter's daughter. I don't know who the actress is, but Eliza Gonzalez. She's been in a few movies now. So while they're on board, this is where I think everybody sees that Kong is can talk to, because Kong was like freaking out because he was in the storm, and the girl calmed him down, and he showed once again that he can use sign language, which I really like. I like that element. I wish they explored it a bit more. You cut out the Millie Bobby Brown shit and just learn more about this. So Godzilla attacks the convoy. This is the shit we've seen in the trailer, and this I will agree. There was too much shown in the trailers, but initially is because when I read the length, I thought it said 2 hours and 52 minutes. So I was thinking, okay, they're not showing that much if it's a 3 hour movie. I mean, but now pretty much you saw that, and Nathan lets Kong out, and Godzilla and Kong fight, and basically they turn all the electricity off to ward off Godzilla. Really good fight scene though. I love it. Even if it's like, I will agree though about Godzilla's size. They kind of, it's weird because Godzilla did seem bigger in King of the Monsters, and in, even though I hate this movie, 2014, it just it seemed like he kind of shrunk in this. So Godzilla gets wards off. So they decide they have to airlift Godzilla. So while this is happening, Madison, Millie Bobby Brown's character, and her friend Josh find Bernie, and they basically say they sneak into the Apex base. This is where they find the secret facility, and this is where we're shown the first shot of Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla looks badass. This is probably my favorite design of Mechagodzilla. So Mechagodzilla shows up, he kills a skull crawler, and then that's it. I will admit it's a bit cheesy how they're able to sneak around this base and not get caught. I will give you that. But whatever. I can suspend my disbelief because, like I said, as long as you give me a cool Carnage, I can kind of give a fuck if the story's well written. And this is the only movies franchise. Oh, Friday the 13th. Those are like the only two I will kind of give that pass to. Cause just give me good monster action for 2 hours, turn my brain off type deal. So this is where we find out it's linked to that King Ghidorah head that was found. You remember that Charles Dance took in the end of King of the Monsters. So he wants to harness the Hollow Earth's energy to basically to help overcome Mechagodzilla's limitations. So they find the Hollow Earth. They discover his species. You have a good shot. That's the other thing about this film. This film is shot well. Like some really good shot. I will say the film flows well. So then there's also a shot once Mechagodzilla is activated, Godzilla freaks out and goes to Japan, which is the main Apex base. So the team is on the Hollow Earth, and Kong finds his fucking the thing we see in the trailer, the axe. They find the power source. The Apex team tries to basically attack, but Godzilla starts attacking the city, drilling into. So yeah, that's the other thing because the trailer showed so much. There's only two big fight parts: the big shit at the convoy and this big Japan final act, because they're all in the same one. So yeah, so Godzilla starts shooting his uses atomic breath as basically a super drill. The team try to escape. Kong kills basically the daughter, the bad girl who tries to turn on them, gets in like one of the ships. Kong just grabs it and crushes it. It's like, holy shit. So Godzilla confronts Kong, and we have pretty much the big fight we see in the trailers. Initially, Kong gets some good shots on him and is actually pretty smart. And you can tell this film wants you to feel for Kong. I'm still Team Godzilla, but it was kind of cool. Godzilla has Kong down, and they roar at each other. This is the part where I was talking about. Godzilla pretty much has Kong dead to rights. He could easily just use his atomic breath and kill Kong. That's it. but he decides not to. Kind of like a respect thing. So he walks away. While this is happening, Bernie, the goon squad, as I'm gonna call them, which is Bernie and the kids, get caught. They're taken to Walter. Walter activates Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla activates, but Mechagodzilla loses. Basically, they lose control of Mechagodzilla. He kills Walter. Really good shot too. Like Walter's giving like this speech, and then behind him is Mechagodzilla like looking at him. So Mechagodzilla kills him, and then starts attacking Hong Kong. And that's and this is still the main set piece we've seen. So there's only two big battle pieces, which is a little disappointing, especially considering I think this movie could have been longer. I think the director, I think his name's Adam Wingard. I think he says there's more footage. Like I feel like this movie was cut down because I could have swore I saw somewhere that it said 2 hours and 52 minutes. So, Kong and Godzilla and Mechagodzilla battle. Mechagodzilla is fucking mollywopping Godzilla. I will say that. Godzilla gets his ass whooped. Like, my god. So while this is happening, Nathan ends up reviving Godzilla, but using the ships they were using earlier. So Kong's revived, joins in, and helps Godzilla defeat Mechagodzilla. Basically, Kong kind of beasts him by himself. I'm a little disappointed. This is the part where I'm like, I would have rather like Kong chop his arm off like he did than Godzilla does the super blast for the. He should have got the final kill. Mechagodzilla is a Godzilla villain. That's my only issue. Mechagodzilla is a Godzilla villain, not a King Kong villain. So I was a little disappointed that Mecha Kong basically did all the work. But yeah, they team up. Godzilla. Oh, what happens is Godzilla supercharges the axe with the atomic breath. So that was cool. And I already kind of figured this was going to happen because, I mean, it just felt very much like it's going to be like a BVS situation. They'll fight. Something's going to happen that's going to cause them to, like, team up. So, while this is happening, Bernie and them, what they do is they fucking, the one kid, the kid from Deadpool 2, pours like whiskey on the thing, and that's what that's dumb. I'll admit that's stupid. So they kill everybody, reunites. Then Godzilla and Kong stare at each other, and Godzilla walks off. And this is where we see that Kong's moved to the Hollow Earth, and the film ends pretty much. Awesome film. I will agree. Like I get some of the criticisms. I still say King of the Monsters is still the best one, but I don't think it's as bad as some are making it. I mean, if you gotta go into these movies expecting the story's not gonna be the best. I mean, let's be real, those older Godzilla movies aren't the greatest. So, I'm gonna take my shades off now. But, I think this movie, you just gotta understand what you're getting into. You turn off your brain for an hour and 53 minutes. I have a feeling this film was supposed to be longer. I think that's what I mean. I think it should have been longer. I can agree that you could cut out Millie Bobby Brown's character and just have it be her dad is the one who figures out that there's something up with Apex, and then you just have him and Bernie. Because Bernie didn't bother me. I think if it was just Bernie and have it be her dad, Bernie and her dad have to basically. Initially, he doesn't want to help use Bernie, but he has no choice but to. I think that would have worked better. But Mechagodzilla, like I said, was badass. The shot of, like, the people in the ship when they were leaving the Hollow Earth and they fly, like, right by Godzilla, like, that was badass. Great. There was some great shots in this film. Like, that's the aspect I really love. And I think they did a good about an equal job on both. Like I said, I would have rather Godzilla be the one to get the final kill on Mechagodzilla because Mechagodzilla's a Godzilla villain. But whatever. It's a minor thing. I think I will agree they showed too much in the trailer and you knew there was going to only be two big set pieces for the battles. I can agree with that, but like I said, I'll watch this film. It's definitely not my favorite of the year. It's still Snyder Cut, but we needed something like this. There's no SJW politics into it. It's not boring. If you want to kill an hour and 53 minutes and have some fun with some cool monster fights, watch this movie. Like, you probably won't like it if you don't like Godzilla movies in general. Like, it's a cool hour and 53 minutes. It's not boring at all. And that's the thing. The only boring Godzilla movie is, to me, that shitty 2014 one. But the last few MonsterVerse movies, sans Godzilla 2014, have not been boring. So I think they all have done a good job of keeping me intrigued. Especially, I think Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and this one especially, they're very much paced really well. I get you can cut out Millie's character, but you're not bored watching it. There's no like cringy people preaching at you about some cringy politics of theirs. This movie is just fun. So I'd say watch it. Out of 10, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10 as a monster flick. It's definitely, if I grade it as a regular movie, it'd probably be more like a 7, but I'm grading it as a monster flick. So definitely, I'm happy so far. The movies I've seen this year, so far I've only seen Snyder Cut and this, have been good. So let's hope it continues. So tomorrow I am gonna be doing not a review. I'm gonna be ranking my favorite horror movie soundtracks. And the type of soundtrack I'm gonna be talking about, it's not like the Halloween theme. It's gonna be soundtracks that have like different bunch of bands doing songs. So I'll explain it more in that video, but I'm gonna take a one hit out and then take a hit out and then we'll peace out. So yeah, watch this movie if you want to kill 2 hours. But other than that, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.